Hello, welcome to another ramble. Today I will be talking about indecision. Have you ever wondered why you're indecisive? It's because you're in your head a lot, right? And you're probably an overthinker, and you're probably over what is it called? Analysis paralysis, when you just have too many options and you can't really make up your mind about them. So that is why I say listen to your heart, because your heart knows what is best for you. However, I find that most people are stuck in here. You know what? I used to be that way. I used to overanalyze, overthink, and now I just don't. And it's interesting because when you learn to operate from your heart space, I feel like life flows so much effortlessly, you know? And the thing is to quiet the mind, right? The thing is to reprogram yourself, reroute your decision making methodology, and reroute that to your heart. I think the issue also, an issue also arises when your heart is blocked. And why would your heart be blocked? It would probably be blocked because you've closed it off, because you've probably encountered a certain amount of pain that has you not wanting to feel, because pain is painful. It's not a comfortable feeling. Nobody wants to feel pain, but pain is a catalyst for growth. Pain pushes you into different dimensions of yourself that you would have never really even thought of traversing in if you didn't allow it to be that catalyst for your growth. Pain is change. It's funny, I come across indecisive people often, and I'm just like, why is it so hard for you to make a decision? And this is why. It's they're disconnected from their heart, and they're too much in their mind. Your heart will never steer you wrong. Your heart is your inner compass. And so, I have a funny story. I didn't even realize that indecision was an issue until I overheard my friend mention it in a conversation. And at the time, we were working at this space, and sometimes customers would come up and they would come up to the register and they're like, I don't know what I want. It's like, well, you've been standing in the line for 5 minutes and you've been staring at the menu, and you would think that you would have made up your mind by the time you came up to the register to order. Yeah, it was very interesting. And he was like, I hate indecisive people. At the time, we were in my car. My friend, who taught me that indecision was really a I want to say, what is it? A pet peeve of his. And then another friend was driving, and I was in the back seat, just kind of observing everything transpire. And my friend that was driving was very indecisive. Until today, she still is indecisive. But she couldn't figure out what street to take to get to our destination. And she was like, should I turn down here? Should I go straight? And my friend, I'm sorry if this is a confusing story, my friend who was in the passenger seat, who had the pet peeve of people who are indecisive, said, dude, just make a decision. It's not hard. There's no wrong or right answer. If you make a wrong turn, then you'll discover something new. And if you don't make a wrong turn, then it doesn't matter, because either way, we're going to get to the destination. And isn't this so true about life? You know, like, we let fear prevent us from discovering who we are. And there is no wrong or right way. You know, it's like you might make a mistake or a wrong turn, but eventually you get to your destination, you know, and maybe you even learn things along the way because you've chosen to take a different route and maybe enjoy a different scenery or discover something that you would have never discovered, you know. And sometimes these discoveries are spectacular, and sometimes these discoveries are not so spectacular, but you learn, you know, like, oh, you know, if I go down this way, this is what I will encounter. Maybe I want to encounter them again, maybe I don't, but at least I know because I've tried. So my whole thing is, like, when you feel stuck in life, I think the only person that's making you stuck is you, you know, because you're too much in here when you should be in here. And it's funny, like, I made a video on fear, and I feel like this what I'm gonna say is also applicable to pain. Feel the pain and just keep moving through it. You know, don't let it hold you back. Don't let you, like, don't make it paralyze you and put up all these guards and armors and walls, because then you'll just hold yourself back. You will hold yourself back from experiencing life, you know? And dude, life is a trip, isn't it? Life is a trip. Oh my goodness gracious. But I know for a fact that I'm going to live my life in such a way that when I lie down on that bed and it's time for me to depart, I will have no regrets. You know, I'll have no regrets. I think I will have lived a full life, you know, because I don't let pain or fear hold me back from living, from experiencing, you know. And it just, I don't know, the people who are indecisive, I just feel so sorry for them, because they're just going to be stuck on this merry-go-round. And it's funny because, you know, it's all about breaking cycles, guys. Breaking habits, breaking cycles, breaking through outdated belief systems, you know, and moving into something new. And if you're not happy, I think that's a huge telltale sign that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know, if you're unhappy, you can almost feel like it's like a plant that's outgrown its pot. You know, it wants to move, it wants to be transferred, it wants to be like replanted into another space that's more suitable for itself. Same with you, you know. So if you're feeling stuck, or if you're feeling upset or sad, it's probably life telling you that you've stayed in a cycle for way too long and it's time to move. It's time to get out of your own way, make a decision, follow your heart, get out of your mind. Your mind will get you stuck. It'll get you stuck, and it'll make you paranoid, and it'll make you confused, and it'll, like, come up with all these different, like, options that you could potentially take. But my whole thing is your heart will know, you know. So I think I covered what I needed to cover. If you learned something, cool. If you didn't learn anything, cool. Get out of your own way. Get out of your mind. You know, mind is useful to a degree, you know, but as far as living your life and doing things that makes your soul happy, your heart knows. You know, so it's a matter of taking the time to remove all the walls and the armor. Yeah, you might feel pain, you know, but like I said, pain is a catalyst for growth. It propels you, it pushes you, it fuels you to move into different dimensions of life, you know? Anyways, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Blessings to one and all. Amen.